Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this Sunday. Tonight, fears about the economic fallout from the war in Iran are mounting. The energy secretary saying relief from high gas prices could take weeks. This weekend, the Pentagon identifying all 6 service members killed when their refueling jet crashed after a mid-air collision. 13 Americans have died since the war started just 15 days ago. Tonight, Israel says it still has thousands of targets in Iran to hit. CBS's Charlie D'Agata is in Tel Aviv and has the very latest for us tonight. Charlie.
Good evening, Jerika. With week 3 of the war underway, certainly no evidence here that Iran is running low on firepower, launching one of the heaviest waves of missile strikes in a 24-hour period since fighting began. In the early hours, air raid sirens rang out across Tel Aviv, a familiar sound, but with a frequency and intensity we haven't seen for days, with multiple waves aimed across Israel. Some getting through one of the most advanced air defenses in the world. Despite 2 weeks of relentless airstrikes, Iran has withstood the might of U.S. and Israeli firepower. Speaking on Face the Nation with Margaret Brennan, Iran's foreign minister dismissed President Trump's statement that Iran wants a ceasefire deal.
No, we never asked for a ceasefire, and we have never asked even for negotiation. We are ready to defend ourselves as long as it takes.
The front line of that fight right now, the Strait of Hormuz, a strategic but narrow waterway off the coast of Iran through which 20% of the world's oil and gas is shipped. The presence of 2 U.S. aircraft carriers, a dozen or more destroyers, and hundreds of combat aircraft have failed to break Iran's chokehold on that key transit route. Even after punishing U.S. airstrikes on military assets on Karg Island, an economic lifeline that manages roughly 90% of Iran's crude exports. And now, the deployment of thousands more U.S. troops, including roughly 2,200 Marines, specifically trained and equipped for the kind of fighting on sea and land that can't be done from 30,000 feet. At the strait's narrowest point, shipping lanes in either direction are barely 2 miles wide. Jerika, that makes it easier for Iran to lay mines and target slow-moving cargo ships with missiles and drones hidden on the shore, complicating any plans for U.S. Navy escort.
Absolutely. Charlie D'Agata, thank you.